Allegations of a cover-up in the aftermath of the 2015 prison break in Trinidad, and in sport, West Indies begin the task of avoiding a whitewash in their T20I series against India. I'm Dawn Paris, and this is the Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, August 6. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Welcome to this year's 50th Caribbean Broadcast Union Assembly on the island of San Andres. San Andres is a small archipelago located in between Jamaica and Panama in the western Caribbean Sea. A lush, exotic island rich in culture, history, gastronomy, and breathtaking scenic views. Known for its beaches and seven-colored crystalline waters, the island of San Andres will be proudly hosting this year's event. CBU members will enjoy top-of-the-line accommodations for an unforgettable experience in San Andres, connecting Caribbean nations through this year's 50th edition of the CBU Assembly.
President of the Prison Officers Association in Trinidad and Tobago is alleging a high-level cover-up in the aftermath of the 2015 Port of Spain jailbreak. Sir Ron Richards leveled the charge as he noted that 4 years after the incident, there has still been no police or prison investigation. He was speaking on TV6's Morning Edition program. We get more in this report from Renessa Cutting.
Richards claims that high-ranking officials of the prison service, public service and the judicial system conspired and masterminded to cover up the 2015 jailbreak, adding that the country was informed that investigations were done, but this was not the case.
The Director of Public Prosecution said and corrected us by saying, no, there's no police investigation report. So we are here 4 years after without any report from the prison and the police. But you know what is significant and strange in that? We have 3 officers charged. Richards
alleges that this was done for political reasons.
Remember, around the corner was a national election. And the public needed answers. And there's a propensity for quick responses by politicians to feed the public and calm them down.
He says the officers sought redress by way of a Freedom of Information request, but to no avail.
It went all the way to the court under Justice Honeywell, and in a conclusion, if you read a conclusion, right, the person who they said investigated jailbreak 2015, Justice Honeywell said, no, that couldn't have been the person. And the extent to which Justice Honeywell could not extract from the prison service the report into the investigation.
He adds, the public deserves to know the truth.
A man has been arrested in connection with the robbery of 3 employees of the Ghana Elections Commission, GECOM, as they carried out house-to-house registration. The robbery on Sunday was one of the latest incidents of attacks of GECOM enumerators. We get the details from Newsroom's Baby Katoon.
The persons were robbed of their personal belongings along with registration forms and other documents belonging to GECOM at Covent Garden, East Bank, Demerara. The enumerators were reportedly attacked by a male armed with a knife while they were conducting the house-to-house registration exercise. GECOM's public relations officer Yolanda Ward told the newsroom that all of the items were recovered on the same day and the suspect was arrested. Following threats to its employees, GECOM on Wednesday last said it is seeking police protection for its officers. Ward said the commission is still engaged in the Ghana Police Force on the matter, but whenever reports are made, the police promptly act on those reports. The house-to-house registration began on July 20th and is set to conclude on October 20th.
The number of dengue cases in Belize continues to rise, with a significant jump in the last week to put the figure at almost 800 confirmed cases. There are now 789 cases, which is a 10% increase over the numbers reported by health authorities last week. Most of the cases in the last week have been children, according to Director of Health Services Dr. Marvin Manzanero. Of all the cases, children make up 40% and 49% are documented as severe dengue cases. But Dr. Manzanero says there have been no deaths so far. United States President Donald Trump has imposed a total economic embargo against the government of Venezuela. Trump late yesterday signed an executive order which states that all property and interests in a property in the government of Venezuela that are in the United States are blocked and may not be transferred, paid, exported, withdrawn, or otherwise dealt in. The order also bars transactions with Venezuelan authorities whose assets are blocked. This new sanction not only targets the Nicolas Maduro government's assets in the U.S., but also the individuals, companies, and countries doing business with this government. The measure is expected to be far more damaging for Venezuela's socialist government than previous sanctions. The move is the latest aimed at increasing pressure on President Maduro to step down. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next. West Indies are batting in the third and final T20 International against India at the Guyana National Stadium at this hour. The match got off to a late start at 11:40 a.m. after a wet outfield caused by early morning rain delayed the original 10:30 start. India have already clinched the series after winning the doubleheader in Fort Lauderdale last weekend. They captured the opener by 4 wickets before winning the second game by 22 runs under the Duckworth-Lewis system. The home side is looking to avoid a whitewash, and despite their performance in the series so far, coach Floyd Reefer says he is impressed with the team's overall approach. A short while ago, West Indies were 121 for 6. Deepak Chahar scored a 3-wicket haul. He dismissed Shimron Hetmeyer, Sunil Narain, and Evan Lewis. Nicholas Puran was out on 17 runs, and Kieron Pollard made a half-century in his partnership with Rovman Powell before he was bowled for 58. On to action in the CONCACAF Under-15 Championship. Haiti scored a 1-0 win over Suriname in their Group B match in Florida. Guadeloupe played to a thrilling 3-all draw against El Salvador in Group C. And when Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago clashed in Group D, the match ended in a 1-all draw. Group E saw Ghana losing to Nicaragua 3-0, while the Cayman Islands scored a 1-0 victory over the Bahamas. In Group F, Martinique triumphed 4-2 over Grenada. Lewis Hamilton says he will change his lifestyle during Formula One summer break to ensure he recovers for the rest of the season. The Mercedes driver has won 8 out of 12 places this year, struggling with illness at the German Grand Prix. After a superb victory in Hungary on Sunday, Hamilton said he is not at his fittest and he wants to make sure he has his energy back. F1 teams shut down for 2 weeks in August. And that's Caribbean in 10. Join us at 6:30 this evening for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.